Hey guys, Zeros35 here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Colosseum. So we're going to let that intro play, and then I'll explain more. And today, kind of making a video that I didn't really think I'd ever be making. This isn't really going to be a guide because I feel like there's nothing valuable that I can add to this content to teach you guys. I'm going to link two videos down in the description, and they pretty much go over everything, and they're what I used to learn this content, and I think they go over it great. So there's really not much of a guide that I can, uh, add to it. There's nothing really I can add for you guys. But what I wanted to talk about today was just that you can do Colosseum. Most of my guides are about average PvMers, and I'm no monkey. I'm not a cold one. I'm not, all those guys who are absolutely insane breaking world records and stuff. I just enjoy doing PvM in this game, but to a certain extent, I don't want to have to prayer flick. I don't want to have to do all that. Back when I did Inferno maybe 4 years ago, I did some prayer flicking, but it wasn't anything crazy. I definitely brought Justiciar armor, and some people are gonna say, "Oh, well, that's not a real Infernal cape." Then I don't care. I got it. That's all that mattered to me. But I tried Inferno probably for 3 weeks straight, and looking back at it, it kind of gave me PTSD. Like I don't think I will ever go back to Inferno, and I don't want to. Uh, but then on I believe it was March 20th, Jagex released the Colosseum, and the day of release, I didn't really know what to expect because I feel like the Colosseum's not exactly what they said they were going to release. So I kind of just jumped in, and I'm going to play the clip here in a second. But my only experience with it was I actually died while disconnecting and broke the game. So I'm going to let you see that clip real quick. I died
All
and
that happened.
I died and I disconnected as I died. The loot's still shit. That had to have been just for that wave. Like,
I don't know. Test it out. Honestly, you're here to test it. See if you can keep going.
that's a lot of glory though. I might just take it.
Okay.
I don't know what glory's for though. 2 swarms of bees, prayer is drained, max HP is reduced by 10%.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Alright, I guess I'm gonna do the 2 swarms of bees, we'll see what happens. I feel like everything's gonna be aggressive towards me now.
No.
Oh my god, it's not. What?
I told you. I fucking told you, man.
Bro, no.
Nothing is hitting you. Those guys won't even hit you. Holy fuck. Okay. GG.
So yeah, after all that happened, I mean, I really could have been the first one to complete the Colosseum. I also could have been the first one to get banned from Jagex real quick for completing the Colosseum. So I ended up completing that wave, taking the loot, and then talking to Sue, Panani, and Mod Ash on Twitter and just sending that information in. But as time went by, people came out with guides. I enjoyed watching the videos and found out that there was a simulator for defeating Soul, and so I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. And then after doing that for a bit, I was actually consistently defeating Soul, and I was like, okay, Soul doesn't seem bad. But now I gotta get through the waves. The waves are the tough part. And I really don't enjoy wave-based content. I really thought back to my Inferno time, and I was like, do I really want to do this? So on May 4th, I started learning. I started learning the Colosseum, and to my surprise, it actually wasn't that bad. It was only my fourth attempt, and I was already on wave 11. I had no supplies left, but at least I had made it, and it gave me confidence to say, you know what, I can do this. So what I ended up doing was just kept at it, and as tilting as it was to die sometimes, and you guys are going to see some clips of me dying, it really wasn't that bad because it only took me 30, 45 minutes to get there. As where if I died in Inferno, like near Zuck or the last wave, it was like 3 whole hours. Yes, it 3 whole hours. I'm not fast at it. I did not go fast at Inferno whatsoever. So it really wasn't bad. It was like a 30-minute reset. You died on wave 6. It was like a 10-minute reset. Like it wasn't bad. It was still tilting, but so I just want to make this video, just kind of show you some clips. I keep telling myself I need to upload more videos, and then I forget to record stuff like this. Like I should have recorded my entire learning process, but I didn't. So I'm just going to show you guys some clips, show you some struggles, and then show you the final boss fight. But I really think you guys could do this. I think if you guys follow the guides below, and you don't even have to have the best gear. I mean, I have really good gear, but this is, the better the gear, the more room you have for mistakes. So even if you don't have this gear, you could do it. You just have less room for mistakes. So this is my gear setup and what I went with after watching those videos. But you can watch those guys' videos that I'm gonna leave down in the description, and you can come up with your own setup, whatever feels comfortable. Some people do range, but I'm just gonna let some clips roll through here, and then that'll be the rest of the video. So appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'm gonna let those clips roll now. All right, so I ended up choosing Solar Flare on this wave, and I think this run, my invocations were not looking the best, but this is a really good stack. Yeah, I had volatility on at wave 10, so just kind of figuring out what to do, making sure I don't get hit by these explosions from these guys following me around. But this is a really good stack with the Ranger behind the Minotaurs. It's even a better stack if the not the Minotaurs. It's even a better stack if the Manticores have ranged as their first attack, because then it's very easy to just step out, pray against the Manticores, and then go back to range and just do your cycle. So what I did here first is a lot of the Colosseum, I felt it was just easy to just sit and wait for things to come to you. Every once in a while you had to rush through things, but most of the time with these reinforcements, as they're called, it was super easy to just wait for them to come through, especially the Minotaur, because the Minotaur heal things, so unless you could kill it, there was no point in damaging it. So now I'm going to go over here to my Minotaur drag tile, and like I said, I will link the video for the guy who puts these tiles down. They're very helpful. The lazy tiles were nice. It prevented me from having a prayer flick if it was a mage and ranged. So kill the Minotaur real quick. Hopefully. And as you can see, when I stepped out for the Minotaur, I can see now that the Manticore is a ranged first attack. And I think right here, I was trying to think about what do I want to do. So I think now that I've gone back and watched the video I was watching, I feel like I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. That doesn't mean I'm going to accurately perform it. And if I mess up, it's gonna hurt. Like this is gonna hurt with double rangers on me. So just I usually prefer getting rid of the Manticore because it's more switching. You have more possibility of messing up. I'm gonna sit here and wait for Solar Flare to come through. And see, I had it perfectly fine, but I'm just like, I'm second guessing myself. I'm worried that I'm going to mess it up because this is probably only like my 6th or 7th attempt. So it wasn't like I was crazy experienced, and I'm still not that experienced now, but one of the guides that I watched said just flick the Manticore and everything else should fall back into place. Just gotta dodge the javelins that the guys are throwing. Messed up one right there because of the solar flare. So actually what I did here, to make it easy on myself, rather than having to prayer flick, I ran over to the D-stack tiles over here. And when I step out, I know I got to worry about everything, so it's real easy to just put on range, flick the Manticore. That ranger starts to walk down, and then I can go back behind the tile. And now if I step out, I just have to deal with 2 rangers. There's no prayer flicking needed. So, nice and simple solve. So now, this is a different run, I believe. It's not the same run as you just saw, but I'm on wave 11. My supplies are looking okay. They could be better, but they're fine for now. I got the major, and I have the 2 manticores, and I think that's it. I think I already took care of the ranger. Obviously, I'm taking care of the minotaur right now. The manticore has mage first, which is great. I should be able to just do exactly what I just did with the rangers in the last clip. Yeah, volatility 2 is now on, so everything really explodes. I should be able to do that just fine, and I think that's what I do. Yep. And this time I go for the Maging Colossus, or the Shock, or whatever it's called, because it's kind of like a glass cannon. They do a lot of damage, but their defense is extremely low, so it's super easy to just get them out of the way quick. I also have Manta Mayhem on, so the Manticores shoot double orbs whenever they shoot. And I really wanted the Manticores to go side to side rather than stacking here, just to make it easier. But one of them's not charged up, which is the nice part of the whole start tile, so I just ran back here just to get them set up correctly. And then this was easy. It's just taking one Manticore out at a time, or at least so I thought. So at this point, I'm getting nervous. I'm thinking about the final boss, and I misclick range and die. Wave 11, all I had was 1 Manticore left, and I died. It was so disappointing. I felt like that was going to be the run. But like I said before, alright, here we are, final fight. I'm about halfway through. Things are going okay. I got full health, you know, I'm doing pretty well. You know, nervous. As a big boss, you know, making me nervous, shaking a little, heart rate's going. But I'm thinking, hey, I got this. I've done everything right so far. And the simulators helped a bunch. And then right here, this is where things start to go downhill. Take a 40, mess it up again. Panic starts to set in, you know. So it's either perform this correctly or probably die. And this is where that simulator helps so much, is learning those things. Again, just trying to recover, and it is tough. I am freaking out right now. All out of supplies, so it is clutch or kick time. You can see my mouse is just shaking. I remembered that time. Just gotta perform this correctly again. I think his max set's a 45, so even if I mess this up, I'm still alive. Just one more hit, and we got it. I completely forgot the volatility was on, but luckily I had enough health where it didn't matter. If you have that on, please do not forget, because that is the most, like, disappointing thing ever. So yeah, I was super excited. I got my quiver. 43 minutes was my time, which, you know, I don't know if that's good for a first one. I don't know if it's bad, but yeah. It's just to show you guys can do this. You can do this. It just takes a little bit of practice. I know it's intimidating, but I promise you guys can do this. I just wanted to make this video to kind of inspire anyone who's on the fence, because I was as well. So if you're thinking about doing it, just go ahead and get out there and start trying. You might actually enjoy it. I kind of did. I kind of keep thinking about going back, but also at the same time, I'd rather just go do raids and try to get my first mega rare drop. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the views in the next videos. It's been awesome. And until the next video, you guys have a good one.